Hi there friends, welcome back. See, in the last video we stopped at the characteristics of an ideal fuel, right? We saw about a good fuel should have a high calorific value, it should produce less smoke, leave less residue, should be easily available, it should be inexpensive, and it should be easy to store and transport. Now let us see about some conventional energy sources, right? So we start with now. Let us talk of the conventional sources of energy, the old sources of energy, or we can say the traditional energy sources, right? So the sources of energy that have been in use, right, they have been in use for a very long time or have been used extensively worldwide are known as the conventional energy sources. Example, if we take the wood as a common source of heat energy, or the use of coal after the industrial revolution in the early 1850s, or we can say industrial revolution started in 1750s, right, and it reached its peak after the 1850s. So coal is still used, wood has been used since thousands of years. So these are conventional energy sources. The fossil fuels, hydropower, right, are examples of conventional energy sources. We will see about some of them in this topic. So let us start with fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the remains of the prehistoric animals and plants which were buried under the earth millions of years ago. लाखों साल पहले अर्थ के अंदर वो दब गए प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स, और उनका अर्थ का अंदर का हीट और प्रेशर के कारण दे कन्वर्टेड इनटू फॉसिल फ्यूल्स. सो प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स जो अर्थ में बरी हो गए, दब गए, due to Earth's heat and pressure, they converted into fossil fuels. Land में coal बना and under ocean they become petroleum. So coal, petroleum products, even natural gas are example of fossil fuels. All these are non-renewable energy sources because once they are finished, it is very hard to get them. In the previous video I showed you that coal will take a million years to make, and 1 kilo coal can be burnt in 10 minutes. So they are non-renewable energy sources. What are the advantages of these sources and what are the disadvantages of these sources, right? Let us talk of it. Fossil fuels, let's talk of advantages. They release a very large amount of energy. Right? A large amount of energy can be obtained very cheaply. See, this is a characteristic of a good fuel, right? Okay, they should be cheap and they should produce large amount of energy. Transporting them from one place to another is easy. Transportation is easy. Third is engines using fossil fuel are efficient. So the engines are efficient. This means only a very small amount of energy is lost. And fourth, fossil fuels are easily obtainable and can be stored almost everywhere or anywhere. So you see, out of the ideal fuels which we saw, fossil fuels have some ticks against them, but still we know that they are not so good to use. We have to find alternatives. Why? Because let's see some disadvantage. Number one, they are non-renewable, means once used they are ended permanently. So that's the big problem. Okay, they will end in the next 20-30 years. So first problem. Second problem is the major disadvantage of fossil fuel is that they cause pollution. That is the main problem, right? Pollution is the main cause of by the use of fossil fuels. And fossil fuels need to be extracted from the mines. They may cause landslides, destroying large areas. But this is the main problem. Okay, use of fossil fuels will cause pollution and number 2, they are non-renewable, so they are limited, right? Ultimately they are in limited amount. Once finished, we will not get them again. Okay, so now how do we get energy from fossil fuels or from most things? So it is by the generator, right? Generators convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. Right? This is how electricity is generated. Conversion of mechanical energy into electrical energy. And the machine which helps in doing this is called a turbine. So a turbine is a device, a machine that rotates. देखो वो गोल गोल घूमता है, rotates when steam, water or wind falls on its blades. The turbine turns the shaft of the electrical generator and electricity is produced. Right? We will learn about this in another lesson of science. Right? Electromagnetic, mechanical energy can be converted into electrical energy. Right? That's called electromagnetic induction. Right? We'll learn that in another lesson of science this year. So, look at this. This is a nice example. Right? We take water in a pressure cooker and we heat it. We apply heat. So water will turn into steam. Now steam occupies more volume compared to water. So this extra volume of the steam will go with pressure. Right? This volume will, the steam will escape the. We fix a pipe at the top of the pressure cooker, and steam will pass out of this pipe with pressure. See, this pressurized steam is coming out, and what we are doing is we have fixed a tennis ball fitted with metal sheets up here. So the steam hits the metal sheets and the ball will rotate, and this rotational movement of the ball is joined to a dynamo. Right? A dynamo is a generator. A dynamo is a generator which will convert mechanical energy, this movement, this rotation of the blade. Right? This is mechanical energy. It is being converted into electric energy, see, and the bulb will now light up, meaning electricity has been generated. Okay, so this mechanical energy converted into electric energy of the bulb, of the electric energy which converts into a light energy by the bulb. Okay, and the bulb lights up. Okay, so this is how a dynamo, a turbine would normally work. This is the turbine. Right? This device up here would be a turbine. This is a turbine which is connected to a generator which will make electricity. The same thing process works in wind energy, in water energy, even in thermal energy. Right? When you burn coal, water heats, water converts into water vapor, and see the same thing, water vapor does work. You use wind energy, the wind energy will turn the turbine and convert into electricity. Moving water, flowing water of a dam will turn the turbine and convert into electric energy. You see, the principle is same. So let us see how thermal power plant operates. See, thermal power plants burn fossil fuels. They burn coal, which heat up the water to produce steam. Right? So water converts into steam, and steam is used in turbine to generate electricity, just what I told you a little earlier. So the term thermal power plant is used since fuel is burnt to produce heat energy, which is converted into electrical energy. So thermal means heat. So see, we burn the fuel, we first produce heat energy. Heat energy will now do mechanical work of turning the turbine, which again the generator will turn into electrical energy. Now, what is the advantage of the thermal power plant? So, a very large amount of electricity is produced at cheap rates. So, it's the same advantage of using fossil fuel is the advantage of thermal power plant. Transportation of coal, oil and gas to the power station is easy to transport these materials. Second point. Third, power stations run by petroleum gas are very efficient, and we can build them almost everywhere. Right? Anywhere we can build them, because only we have to transport the raw material, the coal or oil or gas. Still, they have a major disadvantage. The first disadvantage is that they cause pollution because they burn fossil fuels. Second disadvantage is that coal-based power stations need huge amount of fuel to fulfill the demand. This keeps a large area near the power station which are occupied with piles of coal, and it's a non-renewable energy source. So whatever were the disadvantages of fossil fuels, the same are disadvantages of thermal power plants. Yeah, but only thing right now is that we can obtain it little cheaply compared to the other sources of energy. But this is a matter of time only. In the future, we are going to use modern techniques of energy generation. The non-conventional sources we are going to use more and more, and they'll be quite advantageous to us. They'll be quite cheap in the future. Any new technology is expensive at the inception. Over a period of time, new discoveries occur, new technology develops, and the technology becomes cheaper. Okay, hydropower plant also we finish in this video. Hydropower plants means plants which work with water energy. Hydro means water. So in hydropower plants, the kinetic energy of the flowing water or the potential energy of the water at height is used to turn the turbine and generate electricity. Yeah, very easy concept. So to produce this hydel electricity, hydel or hydro, this is the same thing. Hydel means hydro only. High-rise dams are constructed on the river to obstruct the flow of water and thereby collect water in large reservoir, in large lakes, and then the water is allowed to flow down. The water level now will rise, and in this process, the kinetic energy of flowing water gets transformed into potential energy. I would say the potential energy of water gets transformed into kinetic energy of flowing water. Why I'm saying this is that if I have a dam and lot of water is collected in the dam up here, the water is collected here, the river is here. This water, because of the height, will have potential energy. Right? Now this energy is energy of potential energy. Right? This energy, when the water is released down up here through turbine, right, it will now flow. This flowing water is now energy of kinetic energy, and this will do work. See, I'll show you by the diagram. The water from the high level in the dam is carried through pipes to the turbine at the bottom of the dam. See this example. This is the reservoir. This is the dam, the wall of the dam. This is the lake, the reservoir, and this is the sluice gates where we are putting filters here so that the impurities, the sluice, right, the rock particles and other particles don't come into the turbine, where the turbine will get spoiled. And you see the water is now allowed to enter into this channel at high speed, because this is the potential energy. See, right up here, water at height has lot of potential energy due to the height. Right? In 9th standard we learned potential energy is equal to mgh. The h stands for height. Due to the height of the water, it has gained energy. Okay, and then when the water is allowed to flow, it converts into kinetic energy. Kinetic energy formula is half m into v square. So the speed of the water flowing that's kinetic energy, and this is going to turn this turbine. Right? The turbine will turn, and this turbine is connected to a generator, right, which is going to generate electricity, and this electricity now runs to the power lines, and we get electricity. Okay, and then the excess water is passed to the river, and from the river into our fields. So we use this water also. So the dam reservoir is a dam. This is the dam. Dam collects, stops the water. Right, the dam stops the water, forms a reservoir, which the water has now potential energy, and the potential energy of the dam, of the water in the dam, is used to generate kinetic energy, which moves the turbine, and which in turn generates electricity by the generator. Okay, so the advantage of the this hydroelectricity is water required for running these stations involves no cost. Water though free, of course, it comes in rainfall. It's a renewable source, because rainfall will come, water will collect every year. There's no pollution by these stations. It helps in irrigation for agriculture, and it also helps to control floods. So it is very advantageous compared to thermal. This is a good source, but it still has disadvantages. They cannot be built anywhere. They can be built only where there is a huge supply of water, or where a dam can be constructed. Right? So this constructing of a dam can be very costly, and it also disturbs the ecosystem. It may destroy the inhabited localities near the dam. So plant, animal life, even human life are disrupted because of dams. So that is why dams are not very favorable means of getting energy. But still they are source of clean energy. Okay, now next topic will be biomass. That we'll do in the next video. So meet you then. Bye.